So I had to design a Shulker box loader recently for my tree farm. I looked at a lot of other designs, but many of them had broken due to redstone changes in 1.17 or 1.18, and others were very bulky or complicated, hard to build, used lots of redstone components, etc, etc. So I figured I'd try to make one myself, and I came up with this 3x3x3 design, which is small, compact, uses very few redstone components, and is a good option for early farms, or at least non-super high performance farms. It's limited to hopper speed, so it's 9,000 items per hour or 5.2 Shulker boxes per hour, but it's like good enough for a 4 villager group iron farm or an automatic tree farm, etc. We're gonna build it in 3 layers, and each layer is really simple. So here we go. The first layer is any solid box, by the way, not just white concrete. It's my choice. We need a hopper. This is the output hopper. We need to lock the hopper so that it doesn't suck items out of the Shulker box that's going to be sitting on top of it. And we need to be able to send a signal to turn off the lock, so when the Shulker box is full we can pull it out from the machine. So that's the first layer. The second layer is where all the hopper action happens. We need a dispenser here. We need to be able to fill the dispenser with Shulker boxes. We also need to be able to put items into the Shulker box here. So this is the item input and that's the Shulker input. We also need a comparator here to read the fill level, and we need to use the comparator signal, so we're sending it into this block. We also need a comparator signal, so something that we can compare the fill level to, which we're gonna push in through here. And that's the second layer done. The third layer is basically wiring for the piston. So we need a dot here, and we need the piston here. And finally, we need a redstone torch here to give us the compare signal. So this is basically the entire thing. You can also add a lever on the back here, so you can lock the loader. But that's it. So that's the build of the machine. Let's do some testing. I'll show how it works. For the item input, we're gonna use this chest for now, and likewise for Shulker input. So we're gonna fill this with Shulker boxes, and we're gonna fill the other chest with sand from our renewable sand farm. There we go. The sand will be pulled into here, of course, and then pushed into the Shulker box. On this side, when we release the lever, it's gonna lock, it's gonna power the dispenser once, and it's then gonna lock the hopper underneath. So we need to prime this, or you need to cycle it twice if you don't prime it. So putting a Shulker box in here, and the Shulker box in here, and then we should be good to go. Let's warp this, since waiting for Shulker boxes to fill is not very fun. There we go. We have our full Shulker box, entirely full of sand. New Shulker box placed. Still just one item each in the dispenser and hopper due to how it cycles. So, and that's it basically. There are some options for how you build this. You don't have to use a redstone torch here. I can show you the other options you have if we just lock this for a while. You can instead use, a lever here, or if you have better access, you can have a lever here. You cannot have a lever here, because if you do, you lock these two hoppers. And you cannot have a lever here, because if you do, you power this line, so it's permanently stuck. So that's one option. You can use levers instead. The other option you have is that you can use a redstone block. So you can put a redstone block here and dust on top. The reason you would want to do either of those is if you want a hopper line going this way, or you want to expand the storage with another chest, for example, then you can't have the redstone torch there. So those are the options you have. You can remove this lever if you never want to stop the machine. I find it handy when tinkering with it, but then again, I built it, so I needed to tinker with it. You probably shouldn't have to. There are links to schematics, pictures and world download in the description. Should be chapters for the video if you want to come back and jump to any specific part. And if you would like to, I can do a tick by tick walkthrough on how the machine works. So if you would like to see that, just leave a comment. I also have a 3x3x3 Shulker box unloader that I will do another video about, so look forward to that. Thanks for watching, see you then.